All men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Mig.
Start over. Sorry about that. It's my
George
fault.
just wanted to hijack the show and get rid of me. I know he's doing.
Fucking no, it was all of us.
Here's the bottom line.
Just start over, Lance. Say welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. We're starting over because George hit the mute button. Of course, you know what it is. Lance Migliaccio, George Ballantine, and it's edge of the knife, tip of the spear. You know how we do it on this show. Nobody's safe. Hopefully, you guys caught we did the night show with Mike Schwartz and Kelly. It was a really good show. We had a lot of fun. We're trying to do that every other Friday. Is it this Friday he's on again, or do we do it? It's this Friday, right?
No.
Oh, we skipped this Friday.
Yep.
So we try to do those Fridays, make them fun for you guys. We try to lighten it up a little bit, bring some stuff in. Of course, if you like the show, it's the same drill every day. You hit that subscribe button. There's thousands and thousands. I think yesterday we had 17 or 18,000 views or 20,000 views. I don't know where we're at, but a lot of you guys are tuning in. So hit the follow button. If you can do the paid subscription, fantastic. I'd love to see those paid subscribers. It's only $5 a month, but it makes a big difference for us. It all adds up. And of course, Rumble Rant tips are always appreciated. Crypto tips. George is still trying to get those 10 Bitcoin from somebody. I don't know. It's not going too well, though. See, that maybe why you need new material if you were funnier, maybe.
Huh?
No, but you're pretty funny, actually.
They couldn't hear us. You and I going back and forth. So.
Oh, yeah. We were talking crap.
He asked how I was doing. I'm like, well, what day is it today? I was saying it's Tuesday. I said, oh, I'm not allowed to say it.
Yeah, I told George he needs to work on some new material.
I'm not. He doesn't want me saying it's Taco Tuesday. But that's a thing with everybody. It's not something I made up.
Yeah,
I'm just,
I think it's the fact that you're trying to allude to something else.
I'm not alluding to anything. It's Taco freaking Tuesday,
That's why
bro.
he's laughing. All right. Well, listen, if you like the show or you'd like to sponsor the show, hit us up over at info with the Big
Lance,
Mig.
you know what? I got the perfect shirt today.
What do you have?
It says I never
never
argue.
argue.
I only
Hey, did you
explain
get
why.
those shirts?
Hold on.
Did you-
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
I never argue. I only explain why I'm right.
Did you put your order in for your shirts from Eric?
Eric who?
The fireman that we did the show with?
Fireman.
Yeah.
I don't know who we're talking about here.
He sent me some swag and he said he talked to you.
Fireman?
Yeah, he came on and he's the guy that was here in Colorado that was fighting his case.
No, I never got on.
Okay. I'm going to send you the email. He wants to send you some stuff because he knows you're the swag master. George is the swag master for anybody out there that has a clothing line. This is the guy.
Oh, that's the one with the election stuff and everything?
Yeah.
Do you know that lady emailed us trying to do like a cease and desist about that interview?
Oh, no. No, I didn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
that.
I told her, I says, we're interviewing him. Says, he's speaking. Too bad. I go, and I put like the truth hurts, I bet, huh? And she never said anything back.
Yeah.
She tried. She was taking a shot. But
Intimidation, but it's hard to intimidate George Ballantine. That's not really going to work out very well.
does not work out well. I would just come at you fucking hard.
All right. You guys know it's we got the Crypto Power Hour tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., the #1 crypto show on Rumble. So you definitely want to check that out. But not only crypto, we do love our crypto. We love our altcoins and Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana, but we also love our gold and silver. And the guys over at Genesis Gold Group, they've been in the business for decades, and they do it right. They came up with this prepper bar because they realized you can't walk around with a 1 ounce token if you have to make a partial payment. And at the current prices of gold and silver, you need to make a way to make a payment in case credit cards aren't working, in case the US dollar, $40 trillion in debt. I mean, Donald Trump's getting fatter, but I'm not sure any of us are. We're still paying at the pumps and we're still paying at the grocery stores. But having some real tangible forms of wealth like gold and silver, you can hold, trade, and trust. No government can seize it and no hacker can steal it. And time's ticking. You never know what the government's going to roll out for their next move. I recommend securing some prepper bars because here's a way you could keep one of these in your wallet, stash a couple in the car hidden, not in your glove box because you don't want anybody to take them out of there, but you could hide them somewhere else just in case. Always have a backup plan. I always think you should have a plan A, B, C. Need to act now, secure them before the government is going to roll out their move. And right now, use 2 of these promo codes. Pay attention closely. Big Mig Silver is going to get you 10% off on these silver prepper bars. And Big Mig Gold is going to get you 5% off on the gold prepper bars. So definitely don't wait till your money's worthless. Don't wait. I don't know if we're ever going to get an audit on Fort Knox, but you can have your own gold and silver because maybe the government doesn't have any. Grab your prepper bars over at thebigmigbar.com. That's right, thebigmigbar.com. Use those promo codes. Remember, Big Mig Silver, Big Mig Gold, or you can call them at 888-526-7154, 888-526-7154. BigMigBar.com. George makes it easy. There's a QR code. Take a snapshot. Go there after the show. Get a few. It'll give you a little bit of peace of mind. And it's a great thing. Later on, you can always give them to your grandchildren, your kids. They'll save it forever unless they get into a situation where they need it. We're so great knowing that they have it. BigMigBar.com.
Break me off a piece of that prepper bar.
All right.
What?
Who's making the acronyms in Washington, D.C., George? Who's in charge of like the discombobulator and, the names of these operations?
I think Trump came up with the discombobulator. That's something like
so.
that sounds like something he'd come up on his own.
Yeah. Well, in this case, I'm not positive that your pal, your buddy, Lindsey Graham didn't come up with this one.
No, don't put me and Lindsey Graham and don't even put us in the same fucking sentence, first of all.
Yeah.
How dare you,
George?
Lance?
Definitely.
How dare you, Lance Migliaccio?
Yeah, he doesn't like Lindsey Graham. I don't blame him. I don't like.
Hold on. Matter of fact, time out.
Yeah.
Let me just say something because I posted this yesterday. So
go solo, George.
Fuck.
Go solo.
I'm going solo. All right, check it out. So if you look on like X and you see, all right, Lauren Boebert went and campaigned for Massey. All right, whatever. It is what it is. Do I like Massey? He's all right. So, I'm not happy with the way he does some of his voting and stuff, but okay. So she campaigned for him. Big freaking deal. Doesn't mean she's a bad person. Now everybody's attacking her and this and that. So I'm just wondering, like the same people that all jumping on this bandwagon attacking Lauren Boebert, how come you're not attacking Trump when Trump endorsed freaking Senator Lindsey Graham, who we all know is a fucking snake, who loves Israel, does anything for Israel, wants war anywhere, he's a warmonger, and you guys are all good with that. That's the hypocrisy of you. Think. Use your fucking brains. Just because Trump says it doesn't mean it has to be right, this or that. Leave Lauren Boebert alone. Jeez. Yeah. Especially with them pink pumps, man.
Yeah, she's kind of hot. I got to admit that.
Besides the point,
But here's the deal. Just because that's the issue that I think we have right now on the conservative side of the fence. Just because somebody doesn't agree with you or somebody points out something that they think you made a mistake on, if anybody ever read out in the audience, how many of you read any of Ayn Rand's books, like Atlas Shrugged? I don't know how many you read it. And it's taking accountability for your actions, taking responsibility for your actions. And the truth of the matter is, Donald Trump he's had some bad picks. I mean, his AGs have just sucked. I'm not saying Todd Blanche is one of them, but Pam Bondi, Bill Barr. I mean, holy crap. And I'll be honest with you, I don't trust George. We were just talking about him the other day, not Devin Nunes. I trust Devin Nunes. I'm talking about Ratcliffe. I don't trust Ratcliffe. I think he had all the election information and he should have stood his ground. I was kind of surprised when he got back into the administration. I don't think he backed up Trump. I think he knew that the election was stolen. And I don't think he did anything about it. I think he had a lot of the information. And I've heard some stories now. We've heard that the CIA went in. It's weird how they tried to quiet that up so quickly, that the CIA went into Tulsi Gabbard's office and grabbed a bunch of boxes.
I mean, but they said that happened a while ago. And even Tulsi, I don't know. That whole thing is
You think it happened, George? What do you think? The way it got covered up, Jesse Waters pulled down his video.
I think it happened, but I don't think it happened that day. It happened a while before that, because even that
right?
that CIA whistleblower mentioned it in the hearings. So he's doing a hearing. How would he know it just happened when he's doing that hearing? So, but I told you, they didn't really want anything to overshadow, anything Trump, what he's doing in China. So,
all right. Yesterday,
they try to kill that story because they know it's just going to piss us off more.
Yeah. So we're talking about the Iran Circle of Death. I like the name. They were talking about encircling the nuclear facilities. But before we kick totally on it, of course, it's on hold. And I don't agree with that. If you're going to quote that you're going to drop the circle of death, then you better, it's kind of like, getting into a bar fight. And you're talking, and I don't trash talk. If I'm in a bar fight, I'm just going to throw hands. But the people that sit there, the loudmouths, normally they're not the most dangerous ones. The dangerous ones are the quiet ones. My point is that if you're going to say it's a circle of death, if you step over that line, it's a circle of death. You better be ready, right? And I don't like the fact that he backed up. Now,
hold on. You forgot to set the mood. You asked me to get you that thing.
I know. Wait a minute. I'm getting to it. Well, there was a clip yesterday, and what's this guy's name, George? What's this?
Fuck, I don't know, Lance.
Okay, this guy. Somebody in the audience is going to know who this is. Listen. There's a lot of. I hate to say this, guys, but there's a lot of times I don't know a lot of the congressional members. I don't until they do something stupid, usually, or do something good. There's a lot of them I don't pay any attention to because they're almost not. It's kind of like Wendy Rogers. She was all over the place, just in our grill. She was going to be in the ministry, and then she just up in smoke. I don't even know what happened. Is she still around? I mean, I don't even know where the hell Wendy Rogers is. She just disappeared off the planet.
Wendy Rogers.
Social media just got. Well, it's kind of like MTG. Everybody was all excited about MTG. Now she's living in a $5 million Costa Rica mansion. She went from $700,000 net worth to $25 million. We're not going to hear much out of her unless she just surfaces, but I don't think she's going to. She took her retirement. She made sure she was in there long enough for retirement, and she got $25 million in insider trading money. She's done. And everybody's like, "Oh, MTG's great." I didn't think so. I didn't think Wendy Rogers is great. I'm not even sure about Carrie Lake. But this guy right here, this is a bad mofo. I want to get this guy on the show. If you guys can, I don't remember the name. They gave it to us yesterday. We actually saw this clip last night. And I told George, holy shit, I love this guy. Listen to what this guy's saying, and I love it. This guy, amazing, amazing stuff.
Hold on.
Yep.
What's up, Primo?
Primo, what's up, bro?
Hope everything's going well for you, bro. All right, here we go.
What's up,
Democrats get to reality. This is the reality. The duly elected president of the United States is Donald Trump. I've seen Democrats on TV for the past week scream Elon Musk, Musk. And what's funny about it to me is that you're mad at the guy that found the fraud, but not mad at the people that wasted your money. Let's take a look at Black Panther. I'm sorry, that's Nancy Pelosi, Wakanda Forever. Please note some of these photos. Wait a minute, that's not January 6th. That's May 31st, 2020. That's not January 6th either. That's July 27th. Well, hot damn. That's not January 6th either. I believe, is that it? But wait, there's more. Sitting with me today is my global entry card, my military ID card, my Texas driver's license, my Texas license to carry, because that's how we roll in Texas, my congressional card, and of course, good old-fashioned American passport. What sorcery is this? What am I, the Black Houdini? Does the parole program allow non-U.S. citizens to be financial supporters of parolees?
Yes, that's correct.
Why would you allow that?
We allow for co-supporters.
But they're non-citizens.
They may be.
Do you know how ridiculous that sounds, ma'am? I'm sitting here right now, and I got to tell y'all, I'm Black, and I'm a veteran. I have 6 forms of government ID. 6. We aren't making it more difficult for people to get an ID to vote. I have an 18-month-old little boy. Do you know the first thing that he got when he was born that I had to sign for? A birth certificate. hunters should not be treated with kid gloves. This man is 50 years old. He's a grown-ass man. He should not be given special treatment because he thinks he's an American prince. And I don't mean Purple Rain. Citizenship matters. Borders matter. Having borders is a difference between having a country run by President Trump or by a Haitian warlord barbecue. I'd like to show you a food pyramid. Now I know what you're thinking. This is not the FDA's approved food pyramid, although many of you probably wish it was. In the Hunt House, we don't do Ben and Jerry's. It's Bluebell only.
All right.
Well, his name is Hunt. We got that part.
What am I, Houdini? All right, look.
What's his Hunt? What though? What's his?
I'm gonna call his office today, and I am gonna leave
Wesley
a
Hunt.
for him.
Thank you, NJ Kit Kat. Wesley Hunt.
Okay, I love this freaking guy. I got to get him on the show. I mean, this guguy's ready for stand up. But the truth of the matter is, talk about tip of the spear. Talk about being over the target. Hey, 6 Forms ID. What kind of dark magic is this? I mean, this guy is right on target. I love this guy. I have to be honest, because again, here's a guy that's calling it the way he sees it with common sense, throwing in some humor. And you know, how do you refute it? And when you think about what the other people are doing, and it's on both sides of the aisle, the amount of shit they try to serve up to us, and they want to serve us a shit sandwich, and they want to tell us it's filet mignon. I mean, yesterday on the show with Mike, Dr. Schwartz and Kelly, we were just talking about, Donald Trump said, "Oh, the economy's on fire." Look, all I know is I'm suffering at the gas pump with you guys. I'm going to the grocery store and I'm literally price checking everything, which was something I never did. I just bought what I wanted. The grocery stores have gotten ridiculous. And I don't see that getting directly addressed. And we know it's probably price fixing. Listen, we only get 2 to 3% of our oil from the Middle East. There's no reason that our prices should have gone through the roof, but it's OPEC. George nailed it yesterday on the show, talked about, it's OPEC, it's a cartel. And, sure, billionaires aren't feeling it. Donald Trump doesn't go to the grocery store for himself. And I'm not picking on Donald Trump. I'm picking on some of the statements, and I'm picking on some of the priorities. Because these people in Congress, they're still spending the money. Michael Johnson, when he came out and said, well, we only make $174,000 a year, he didn't talk about the subsidies for, rent, all the other money they get. They get hundreds of thousands of dollars in entertainment and all kinds of other shit. So first of all, if you don't want the job, Michael Johnson, if you're $200,000 a year for being speaker or 2 something isn't enough, then fuck you. Then then go ahead and resign, and we'll get somebody else to do the fucking job. Because at the end of the day, for everybody out there, and I want to say this, and then George, I want to throw to you on this. Listen, the founders and framers, being a congressional member was not supposed to be a full-time job. I'm not saying the job hasn't changed, and maybe they should get more money. But I don't want to give them shit until they balance the budget. I don't want to give them not even a thin nickel extra until they go after all the people that stole all that money from USAID, till they go claw back the freaking $84 million that Chelsea Clinton got for what? I mean, she didn't do shit. She's got an $11 million mansion. She spent $3 million on a wedding. I think everybody in the audience would love to have an $11 million house that was paid for free, that the federal government paid for you. How about all these social media influencers and celebrities that got money and for posting just nothing but garbage and divisional rhetoric? I mean, listen, if they want to get paid more money, then do a better fucking job. Take pride in your work and stop being such a bunch of scamming, lying assholes. So, the founders, it was supposed to be part-time. You were supposed to go into Congress, go in for the session, do your thing, and then you were supposed to go back and run your businesses and run your life. And then you go back in when Congress was recalled. That's not what they do now. It's all graft and grift. It's all lobbyists and super PACs and NGOs and foundations. And then what do they give us? They give us all these bullshit answers. They're such a bunch of fucking liars, just honestly. I mean, George, you tell me.
What, is Congress liars? I mean, do I have to?
Yeah.
I mean, is this a trick question or something? I'm
treading
carefully right now.
Yes, it's a trick question. George, I know you don't think they're lying to us in Congress.
Do you know that fucking idiot Mark Elias, that lawyer, was on, I forget what show, and he was talking about he wants to criminalize, says they should criminalize lying.
Oh, I know. Elias, one of the biggest liars ever.
Yeah, after you just lied about the Russia hoax and all that crap, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if he wants to do that, fine, but then we can retro that lying, right? Go back, I don't know, let's say 10 years. He's going to be locked away for a long time.
It's kind of like the 1.77 billion that's supposed to go to all these people that were damaged. And I hope it goes to all the J6ers. I think they did intentionally get damaged. But when I look at that, and then I think about Roger Stone and how he had to spend millions and millions of dollars. He had to sell his house. He had to sell a lot of things, his retirement. And I'm not going to go into personal details. Let me stop right there. But Roger Stone. But I want to say something. Where's his settlement? Mike Flynn, where's his? He got a paltry settlement compared to what he spent defending himself. How about them getting defamed? How about the injury to their reputations? How many people attacked Mike Flynn trying to act like he was somehow this or that? Plenty of shows did it. I could name a few of them, but we'd probably get into a battle with them. Jackasses that go after him and they talk shit to Roger. And the truth of the matter is, it's garbage. Those guys have been incredibly loyal to Donald Trump. Well, but they're also not. Yes, they're, especially in Mike Flynn's case. Why shouldn't he be upset? Why shouldn't his family be upset? They all suffered. His kids suffered. And then they threatened him. They told him, we're going to go after your family if you don't sign this deal. Let me tell you something. That's a standard operating procedure for the DOJ, but there's never any consequences. That is malfeasance by a government official when you threaten to escalate charges or threaten to go after family members. Those are criminal charges.
So,
you see anybody at the DOJ getting arrested, George, or at the FBI?
Hold on, bro.
I haven't seen anybody.
So this new reparations fund for victims of the Biden era weaponization, $1.776 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stone can get in on that. So can Flynn and a lot of other people, all the J6ers.
I hope so.
That's what it's there for. So we'll see how it gets doled out, if it gets doled out right. But you know, there's new stuff that's been coming out in the J6. The 26 federal CIs that were in there that stormed in. So this is starting to become. It's going to become a shitstorm. I know a lot of people ain't talking about it.
When are they gonna literally do what they said they were going to do? When are they going to overturn the stolen election and charge all those people?
Dude,
for conspiracy.
I feel like a broken record. I don't mean to be a
dick. I know. You're going to tell me about Florida.
Yeah. I mean, Florida. It's in the Southern District of Florida with the grand jury. I mean.
I hope you're right. I hope you are. I'll hope for the best, but I'll expect the worst.
That's all we could do. Hope for the best, but expect the worst. And you know what? We've been getting worse to worse to worse anyway. So what the fuck is any different? We'll see.
All right. Let's talk about the circle of death. First of all, I love the acronym. I mean, if you are going to threaten somebody, a circle of death is pretty. But of course, the plan was to draw a kill zone around Iran's nuclear materials. So anyone who would enter, allegedly, if they were digging out their missile silos or trying to pull out, uranium powder. Trump's been talking about a dirty bomb. Clearly, he must have some intelligence where they're trying to create a dirty bomb, because that's one of the non-fissionable, very, you detonate in the air and you hit an area using a regular kinetic warhead, not nuclear. And then what it does is it spreads irradiated dust. It's like the poor man's nuke, right? Does a lot of damage, hurts a lot of people. So he must know something. But he said, he's threatening them with a very major attack. And we're on the cusp of more bombs. Trump says he has them on immediate, red phone call if needed. And, but he's delaying it. He threw out that threat. And I know why he delayed. And I'm a little uneasy about that.
You know why he delayed it?
Well, I have my own belief. Number one, he says it's because the Middle East leaders, a bunch of the Gulf allies called him. But I'm a little uneasy about the Gulf allies in some ways, because, of course, that Jared Kushner and some of the Trump organizations, got a lot of money out of the Middle East for different businesses. I don't fault them for that, because they weren't in office when that happened. But at the same time, delaying, listen, I'm going to say this one time to the audience, and, George and I were discussing this. You can't negotiate with Iran. They have a history for decades of pulling these same bullshit moves where they act like they're going to negotiate, and then they go right back to digging out their missiles and rearming and buying new drones and buying new weapons. This is what Iran does. And, listen, once bitten, twice shy. We ought to, I don't know how we can't historically look at it and realize you can't negotiate with scumbags. And these are scumbags. These are some awful people killing their own people for protesting because they don't like the regime. So, the strike's been delayed. The circle of death has been delayed, which I personally am very disappointed about. I was hoping the circle of death was going to kick off. It's not because I'm a warmonger. But when you see these kind of people, when you see them face to face, or you see evil, you can't fix it, man. You can't negotiate with those people. And if you leave any part of that regime in place, if you leave the IRGC in place, if you leave the Ayatollah in place, if you leave the Basij in place, all bets are off. It'll only be, even if they say they're going to do something, they will try to calm everything down, wait for the pullout, and they'll start their bullshit all over again. Because that's what they do. And the tension, you know, Iran's economy is in a free fall. At least that's what we're hearing. I don't know. They're still mining Bitcoin like a son of a bitch. You know, a lot of the wallets, one guy was tracking the wallets. They're still moving tons of Bitcoin. I know they're not moving oil, but what about the Bitcoin? I mean, if we needed a circle of death, how about a circle of death around the Bitcoin mining or a circle of death around the power plants? That's where you need a circle of death. So I don't know. You tell me. I want to hear in the audience. I want you guys in the chat. What do you guys think? If you're going to threaten somebody with the circle of death, do you start negotiating from there? Because they basically came back with, I guess, George, you told me they came back with a bunch of bullshit again.
Well, after the circle of death and then Trump calling off the planned military strikes. First of all, I don't understand is why are they letting out when they're going to have these planned military strikes? I thought we were all about, you know, surprise and not telling anyone.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe he's using that to deter them, you know, as a tactic. I don't know. But Iran this morning just issued a bunch of demands to Trump, including America paying them reparations, lifting sanctions, allowing continued enrichment, and more. So we know that's a big no, and no.
I mean, but why didn't that trigger the circle of death?
All
Iran I guarantee they'd be less cocky if he took out the power grid.
All Iran is doing is buying time so they can regroup themselves, get their missiles ready, new targets, move stuff around, whatever they're doing. That's all this was about. And
I agree.
You know what? Sadly, I hope we don't pay for that. Like, I hope our military stays safe. I mean, if I was over there fighting, I'd be kind of pissed. I'm like, no, we should just finish the job. Get over it. I have the
clip.
You're
going to have to finish the job. If you guys want it, I mean, if the world wants to be safer, wait 1 second. If the world wants to be safer, you want to make the Middle East not the hotbed that it is, and you don't want to have these shitheads funding all sorts of terrorist organizations. It's already been proven. They've been doing it for decades. And they want to talk about reparations? How about all the damage the terrorist groups have done? I guarantee across the globe, it's probably trillions when you add it all up. All these terrorist organizations in Europe and otherwise, and here and everywhere in the Middle East, all this damage they did to military bases. They want to talk about reparations. The minute they popped out with that reparations word, I don't like that reparations word because it's been used here a lot in the United States just for some bullshit reasons. I'm going to tell you this right now. Enough's enough. Donald Trump, I'm going to say it to you flat out. If you're going to step off the curb like you did and you're going to tell somebody the circle of death, then you better drop the hammer because bluffing and not pulling the trigger doesn't set the right precedence. Let's play the clip.
Fox News alert, the president's just issued a final warning to Iran, saying the clock is ticking and the regime knows what's going to be happening soon. Sources tell Axios this: it's time for the Iranians to throw a bit of candy out. We need some real sturdy and granular conversation. If that's not going to happen, we will have a conversation through bombs, which will be a shame. In less than 24 hours, the president will be meeting with his national security team inside the Situation Room to review war plans. Generals say we're on the brink.
The president has exhibited a huge amount of patience here since the ceasefire on April the 8th. And we've tried to work a deal with these guys, and it just doesn't seem possible. And where we are, we're on the cusp of going back into military operations. When we stopped, Bill and Dana, we had 2 weeks to go, a little less than 30% of the targets. Those targets remain, but we have better intelligence now after these 5-6 weeks. So that target list is expanded. It's considerably more comprehensive.
The Iranians sent a new proposal late Sunday night, but it was only token improvements from the last offer. You know, the same one that the president ripped up after reading just the first sentence. The White House told the Iranians thanks, but no thanks. According to sources, the pressure's on them to be responsive in the right way. But they haven't been showing us the right signs. This weekend, Iranian drones hit a nuke plant in the UAE. These people are lunatics. The president told Fortune, quote, "They scream all the time. I can tell you one thing. They're dying to sign a deal. But they make a deal, and then they send you a paper that has no relationship to the deal you made. I say, are you people crazy? Now, despite that, the president's giving them one last chance to have a come-to-Allah moment. Just moments ago, POTUS told Pete to take his finger off the trigger.
We were getting ready to do a very major attack tomorrow. I've put it off for a little while, hopefully maybe forever, but possibly for a little while, because we've had very big discussions with Iran, and we'll see what they amount to. I was asked by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and some others if we could put it off for 2 or 3 days, a short period of time, because they think that they are getting very close to making a deal. And if we can do that where there's no nuclear weapon going into the hands of Iran, I think, and if they're satisfied, we will be probably satisfied also.
The president has firm demands. Hand over the uranium, and then and only then will Iran get any relief. If the Iranians can't agree, the president has instructed the Pentagon to be prepared to go forward with a full, large-scale assault of Iran, which could come on a moment's notice. There could be another option, the circle of death.
He wants to get the nuclear dust. There's another way to do it, and I talked to him about it yesterday. Draw a circle around where we know it's at. Call it the circle of death. Anybody goes inside the circle is going to die until we can find a way to deal with this. The goal is to make sure they can't retrieve it. They can't make a dirty bomb. They can't further enrich. Their enrichment capability has been obliterated at least for a couple of years.
The circle of death freezes their nuke program, but it doesn't open the strait. Carg Island's gone 10 days without loading up a single tanker. They're maxed out, and the wall of steel's holding strong. 85 ships have been turned around. Blockade runners aren't even trying anymore.
We now have a tremendous, we built really a steel wall where no boats to blockade, where no boats are able to, not one boat has been able to get through our blockade. Look, our military is the greatest military anywhere in the world. I just left China, and I will say President Xi was very, very complimentary of our military.
Bessent went to France to tell our allied bank.
That's it.
You know,
Fucking shit
so
song.
I don't know. I don't think you should bluff. I think at the end of the day, you can't negotiate with these people. They are terrorists. They're not good human beings. They don't have good intent. I think it's time to drop the hammer. You know, that's my opinion. Enough's enough. We're wasting time, and I don't think it's the right decision for the American people. And I'm not a warmonger. I'm not Lindsey Graham. All right.
You can take a break if you want.
Okay, let's do it. Take a break, George.
All right, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after these messages. Hit that like, follow, subscribe, all them good buttons. Do it for Lance. And you should watch yesterday's show on Dr. Mike Schwartz show, because we did a little funny thing for Lance yesterday. Be right back.
Give him a follow too, man. While we're on the break, give him a follow. Give this show a follow.
Be right back.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Here we your host, Lance Migliaccio, George Ballantine, Big Mig Mafia's in the chat. I love you guys. Lance, love you guys. Even though some of you ladies give me a hard time in our private chat, try to be funny and shit, but doesn't work because I kick all your asses. But don't forget to hit the thumbs up button to follow, like, to share, and subscribe for $5 a month if you can. Truly helps us out. Your support is most greatly appreciated, and we love you guys for that. But let's go, because Lance and I, we got the perfect solution for the people who can't watch their crypto 24/7. And while this financial elite has been quietly building wealth through cryptocurrency, hardworking Americans have been left behind. And that's why we're here to talk about BlockTrust IRA. They're bringing access to cryptocurrency wealth to everyday people. Their exclusive Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategy that go far beyond buy and hold. This sophisticated technology, once reserved only for Wall Street insiders, now it's available to you. And this system was named #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine out of more than 1,500 global competitors. And our clients, yep, they're already seeing over 250% returns on their investments, all military-grade security and up to $200 million insurance. Your wealth is fully protected. So don't wait. Don't wait. Visit BigMigCrypto.com today and see how you can join this financial revolution. Once again, visit BigMigCrypto.com today, and you can get up to $2,500 of free crypto. QR code's on the screen right there. Take a screenshot. The link's in the chat. Also in the more section under the video. We got you covered. Lance, what do you got? I didn't really look into what you got here for this AI. So what's going on?
Well, for everybody out there, I'm super entrenched in AI, and I'm looking at all the different companies, and I'm looking at all the technologies, and I use just about every platform for one reason or another, whether it's Gemini or Perplexity or, ChatGPT and Claude, for all different stuff. Because each one of them, they all have kind of their areas of expertise. In general, I think Claude is really good for a lot of things. I use it a lot. I usually use the 4.6 because you don't burn up as many tokens. But there is a lot of corporate leadership, a lot of CEOs, and they've all said, "Oh no, don't worry, AI. There's not going to be any layoffs. It's going to be amazing. People are going to make more money than ever, and don't worry, it's all going to be good." And that is, let me forewarn you for anybody out there. If it's going to go like this. Number one, there is no corporate executive as greedy as they are that is going to protect their workers if they have let's say they have a staff in these big companies, these big Fortune 500s, and let's say they have 25,000 people working with the firm. If they can figure out a way to cut out 5,000 people using AI for whatever, they're going to do it, because between workman's comp and insurance and payroll tax, they know that all that money, if they keep doing the same thing they're doing with less people, more money is going to come to the bottom line. What does that mean? More bonuses and more profit that the executive branch and the board of directors get to participate in, right? And that'll trickle down to the shareholders too. But a lot of it'll be on these major bonuses. You've seen these executives getting these massive paydays. So number one, they're going to do it. Number two, as a worker, you have two workers in front of you, and they both have an equal set of skills, and you like both of them equally. There isn't one you like better than the other, but one has AI expertise. They're going to pick the individual that has AI expertise. That is absolutely going to happen. They're going to say, well, what's your knowledge of AI? And if that person's been entrenched and they're taking classes and they have a lot of knowledge, and the other person goes, no, I don't really use AI. I just, I do it the old fashioned way. The other person is going to go. So I'm talking about, I'm calling it blood in the streets. Now, the thing about blood in the streets, that's a Rothschild quote. Rothschild said that because he was always trying to wait till there was blood in the streets to buy assets when people were in a panic at dirt cheap prices. He did it in war zones. He did it when economies tanked. He did it, during the Great Depression here. They've always sat, the Rothschilds have always sat on a lot of capital, that family. And the minute something gets horrible, they deploy that capital. So what I'm telling you is AI is a double-edged sword. It's an incredible opportunity. If you don't know anything about it, you need to get started. But what we're going to see is exactly this story here, and it's going to start happening more and more and more. Meta just shifted 7,000 workers to their new AI-focused teams. So this is all their restructuring because, of course, they've done this massive amount of spending on AI infrastructure. And this is all ahead of looming layoffs. So they're pulling thousands of their staffers into this AI future, but they're going to be cutting thousands more. They sent out a memo on Monday. Their HR chief, Janelle Gale, told employees that about 7,000 workers will be reassigned into 4 newly created artificial intelligence groups aimed at building tools and apps using AI native design structure with leaner management layers. So they're going to cut out a lot of middle management. These are people that make a high wage rate at Meta, as an example, because they're figuring out that using AI, they can have one manager running, let's say, 300 people where they used to maybe they had 10 managers. They're going to get rid of middle management. Of course, the executives are going to keep their jobs, but that reshuffle, they're going to be laying off 8,000 or so people. That's about 10% of Meta's 78,000 plus workforce. So this is all going to hit, on Wednesday. The employees were told to work from home because what they're going to do is they're going to notify these people at home, by the way, we're laying you off, but we're going to give you 16 weeks of severance plus 2 extra weeks per year of service. So if you've been with Meta for 10 years, it doesn't mean you're not getting laid off, your middle management. And this is just the beginning of the tsunami of layoffs. I would tell you that if you're out there, you better be lifting your AI skills because, of course, there's a lot of AI hustles you could be doing. There's a lot of ways you could use AI and create a second income. If you have a stay-at-home wife or a stay-at-home husband, they could be learning some skills where they could be publishing books, or they could be doing, you've seen some of this stuff where people are producing music and they're making money. You could be doing a blog. You could be doing a faceless YouTube. I mean, there's unlimited amounts of opportunity. But I've got to tell you, for anybody out there that's listening to these corporate executives saying, oh, no, nobody's going to lose their job. Bullshit. Remember, you heard it here more than once. And I'm warning you that for people that are working for Cisco, Microsoft, Block, Coinbase, any of these companies, any of the Fortune 500s, or any of the big companies, you can count on, and I'm going to say this is 8,000 coming out of Meta. It's about a little over 10%. I won't be surprised if Meta reduces their total staffing to somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 to 55,000. Those are predictive numbers, not coming from me. Other people that are probably way smarter than I could ever hope to be are talking about it already. So I'm trying to prepare you because, of course, this audience I always want to protect. That's why we give you the real news and the rest of it. But don't listen to these corporate assholes. I'm telling you right now, they're going to crack people, and they're going to do a lot of it. So big deal, man. Pay attention and get entrenched in AI. It's here to stay. It's just like crypto. It's not going anywhere. The blockchain here, decentralized finance, is here to stay. And we can push back as hard as we want, but people that when the cotton gin was developed, a lot of people thought it was going to have an impact. When the first automobile was developed, the people that were selling horses and and servicing horses and shoeing horses. Oh no, it's a fad. Nobody's going to do that. That they thought that horses were going to continue to be used. When the industrial revolution happens or the technological revolution happens, those transitions happen, and the people that are ready, hopefully this audience, when they're ready, it'll make a difference in your life. So I just wanted to say that. You got any comments there, George?
No, you said it all.
All right, Schlitz. Kind of sad.
I care less, but go ahead.
Well, we're not drinkers, you know. And
No, stop. I don't drink at all. At all. Over 12 years sobriety. You may have a drink here and there. You can't say you're not a drinker.
Well,
go ahead.
hold on a minute. When was the last time I had a drink?
I don't know, Lance. I don't live in Colorado, bro.
I was with you and I had a beer, I think, at an event. What was that, 3 years ago at the Pit?
I don't know. No. You've had a drink after that. Stop.
No. Wait. Think about it.
I am, because you've been out. You went to somebody's house for something with your wifey and stuff. So and you
I didn't have anything though. I went to that.
Whatever.
It was Thanksgiving. You know why? It makes me tired, and I don't really want to be tired. My A-type personality, I don't really enjoy it anymore. That's part of it. Anyway, I'm not picking on people that drink. Schlitz beer is going out. They've been in business. I had no idea. 177 years. So they're producing their final 80-barrel batch, and they're going to use the 1948 original recipe, I guess, on this last batch. Or I guess they've been using it all along, but they're going to really tune it up for the last batch. I'm surprised they're going out, man. 177 years.
Because there's so many different beer. Like you have smaller people doing like
microbrews
and stuff, and
yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's so many different beer brands out there now. Just like they have so many different vodkas and all that crap.
Yeah.
I guess their recipe.
Milwaukee when Stroh bought them, and they moved them out, and that I don't know if it ever. Maybe that was part of the non-recovery, but man, 1849, they had the Milwaukee Tavern Brewery. Guys have been around a long time, man. 177 years.
Yeah,
crazy. But they're out. They're done. That's the last of the Schlitz. Schlitz malt liquor, isn't that what they call it? Schlitz malt liquor.
I don't know.
All right. Man, Donald Trump in the primaries, George. You're on top of this. So
well, today is primary day, and we got Alabama, Kentucky, Georgia, and Pennsylvania. But, Massey's taking a fucking hit, man. Trump went after, and they put a lot of money into the candidate to go after Massey. He's done. I mean, Kashi's got Massey losing by like over 60%. So,
wow.
And I think that's going to be the biggest message of going against Trump. We see all these state people losing their incumbent seats to new and improved politicians, like MAGA politicians, are going to support the effort and stuff. I mean,
I want to ask everybody in the chat, and guys, jump in there and tell me what you think. Donald Trump is calling him the worst congressman in history.
I don't even think Trump just says that, dude. Trump with his words.
That's not even true.
Yeah, but that's just Trump being Trump, man. For this week, he'll be the worst congressman in history. Next week, once Massey's out, it'll be somebody else.
I know.
It's
listen.
showmanship. He's doing that what he learned from being on The Apprentice and had him, get people to watch. Look, that statement alone, even the left will run with that. Oh my God, and it'll be all over the news, and people will be like, well, wait a minute, why is he saying he's the worst congressman in history? And they'll look into some of the stuff and like, oh, it's a good tactic because you get free advertising out of it. Think about it.
You know what I'm most happy about? That we're not going to have to look at that jackass or listen to Mitch McConnell anymore. The fact that he's retiring, I'm happy he's what a worthless sack of shit Mitch McConnell was.
Yeah.
The turtle. He's out of there. I don't know. What's going on with Raffensperger,
I don't know. This dude, the GOP's now suing him because he don't want to let no election workers. He's got this secret bunker set up, and you can't do that.
A secret bunker.
No, that's what he.
I know. I just
to count the votes and stuff, and you just can't do that. You're gonna trust him? I don't trust. Even though he's a Republican, so-called Republican, he's another rhino. I don't trust him.
Why do you need a secret bunker unless you're going to cheat? You tell me.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Trying to probably cover his tracks or something. But
ugly.
You know,
Gonna be a big
after
shakeup,
today,
no
if
doubt.
Massey loses, it should be a big wake up call for all you other rhinos out there. And I'm not even saying Massey's a rhino. I don't know if I can give him that term, but he does go against things where I wish he wouldn't. But I mean, he's standing up for his morals or whatever it is. I don't know, or he's going with the lobbyists. You know, it's tough. But you know, let this be a lesson, people. We're gonna, you know, we'll know more tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, okay, so I saw this.
8.4 million of cocaine discovered in a shipment of Kim Kardashian's Skims brand underwear.
When I saw that, I'm thinking to myself, if you buy a pair of underwear, you get a kilo of cocaine. That's a pretty good deal. You know, the Skims
It depends. What are they charging for that underwear? Are they charging regular price or?
Yeah. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about Skims brand underwear, but I saw a video where she's selling underwear that has a bush on it. That's one of her claims to fame.
Who
is
the
her
fuck would
hair
want
and-
that? Who'd want an underwear? Oh, you mean like that, like fluffy, like pink boot type thing? Like,
But it looked like it. I mean, if you looked at the video, I didn't grab it. I just saw the
I'm not
video. If
grabbing
you
it.
looked at it, no, it was like different colors of what looked like underwear with hair on it. And she thought it was just amazing. She was promoting it. So I don't know. But when I saw this, I thought, holy crap, is Kim Kardashian a narco? I wasn't really sure. It turns out it doesn't look like that, but this is a weird story. So this guy, they caught him because they x-rayed his vehicle. They must have had a tip-off. The truck driver had stopped on the journey to pick up 90 packages of cocaine, totaling 198 pounds. And then he snuck those wrap bundles into a specially adapted compartment in the truck's back doors. This guy's name is Yakub John Konkel. He was sentenced for smuggling the $9 million of the cocaine. The story just broke, which is weird that he's already getting sentenced.
did it hurt her brand? Did it help her brand? She didn't get in trouble, right?
So far, she hasn't. But you know what's really weird about this story, which I think is really interesting? So you're talking about $9 million of the cocaine. Anybody that knows about cocaine, drug transport or narcotics transport, they only paid this guy 4,500 euros to transport $9 million of the cocaine. Well, let's even say street value was $5 million. Normally, you would get a much higher rate than that. So that's about $5,276 US dollars. To me, that's
For how many
really-
keys?
they didn't break it down by keys, George, because I think I don't know if these were full keys. I've got a picture there if you want to see of the cocaine.
I just took it down.
Yeah, so I don't think those are full keys. They were pounds, and maybe it was because of the way he was going to transport it. But I think it's interesting that he got paid such a low dollar.
No, I mean, when you're driving it, you're not depending on the size of shipment. They don't make big dollars. The big money comes from if you're flying it in over from another country. That's where the money comes. That's where you make money.
Well, the rates that I know about when they were doing this years ago.
Yeah,
they usually
you're
came
talking, and there you just said it years ago. I'm talking about today. Things change.
I don't know now. I really don't know the market as well as I did back then, so it's different. All right. This
is funny for a guy.
A lot of people are manifesting, and I always think positive reinforcement is a good thing. But a lot of people manifest, and sometimes maybe they start believing they're manifesting is a little too much. This is a guy from Memphis. He was manifesting, and he said that what he had believed was going to happen. So he was at work, and he started he was at work and taking every scratch off ticket and scratching it because he believed that he was going to use the winnings from the scratch off tickets to pay for all the tickets he was scratching. So this guy scratched while he was at work, hours and hours of scratching, thousands and thousands of tickets, I guess. He scratched all the tickets in this location.
He
Allegedly.
didn't pay for them yet, though. That I have to say that.
No, he was going to pay for them out of the winnings. And he said that he had manifested the wins so that they didn't have to worry. And a lot of people were going in to buy scratch offs. He says, no, we're fresh out because he was scratching them all up. So listen, so here's the tough part. So he had thousands of dollars in tickets that he should have paid for. He didn't. And here's his winnings. He won on 3 tickets. He won about $11 and a coupon for a free Mountain Dew. So this is when manifesting
Wait.
goes wrong.
He only won $11 out of all the tickets?
Yeah.
No, he should have won more. Is that after taking? No, he should have won more than that. They like say every
that's what
13
the
ticket is a
authorities
winner
say.
or something like that.
Well, that's what unless the guy had the winner's stash somewhere, I don't know, because they say he only had 3 winning tickets and a coupon for a free Mountain Dew. He won about $11.
I mean, I kind of feel for the guy, but
well, it's
he
too
was
bad.
taking a shot.
All right. What do you think about the UFOs and UAPs and aliens, guys? I mean, we know they exist, right? We're convinced of that. The question is, so far, it's been kind of a light dump. But what do you think about this reptilian thing, George?
Well,
reptilians.
We've been hearing about reptilians, aliens for a long time. I mean, I don't know. Like, always when you hear about aliens, always like, big heads, long arms, little fingers, some short.
You got the gray. You got the grays, right? And then you're supposed to have.
But they say, I think the lizard ones are the ones that are out to hurt us.
Yeah, supposedly they're the ones that want to do testing and alien probing. Stay away from the alien.
So you remember in Miami?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Now, what happened to that Miami thing? I was thinking about this. Somebody should have grilled Trump on that. Go ahead. For anybody in the audience, let George tell his story.
So in Miami, they had reports of 7-foot aliens by the mall and stuff. And you can see people running. But you see the police, they had that place surrounded. They had helicopters. And it was on total blackout. Like no police, no one was allowed to talk about it. It's almost like what happened to that?
I don't know.
You don't hear nothing about it.
There was a guy that alleges he was a police officer. He was on 4chan or 8chan. And he supposedly put up a bunch of details and said, hey, this was not what they told you. Because a couple people caught it on cell phones. And I heard they went around and seized a lot of the video data. Because there was something about the aliens that were kind of there and they were kind of transparent and they were kind of transitioning. But people were freaking out. I remember the turnout, and everybody was like, "What the hell's going on in Florida?" Was it in Miami, George? Is that right?
Yeah, it was in Miami. Listen, if you
guys
ever
could probably find the footage on YouTube, if you
let me give advice to somebody. If you're on your phone and you're able to video something like that, and if there's police and you think they're going to take your phone and erase it, take that video, email it to yourself, so you have it in your email. I mean, send it to a couple places where you can get to it.
Yeah.
Because if they just take your phone and erase that video, I don't know.
Well, this guy, there's a guy named Dr. Hal Puthoff, Puthoff. He's 89. He was a Stanford-trained quantum physicist who previously led remote viewing programs for the CIA. So if you guys know, the remote viewing thing has been a big deal. Some of the stuff's been declassified, that people have this ability to remote view into locations and kind of can transport mentally out of their body. But this is all part of the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Weapons System application program. And he made an explosive assertion on an appearance on Steve Bartlett's show. People who have been involved in recoveries have said there are at least 4 types of aliens, 4 separate types.
And we've been hearing that for a long time because you had the Canadian, Canadian, one of the ministers for security, whatever it is. And this is like 10 years ago. He did it. He was doing a speech and stuff, and he talked about it. 4 alien species. But go ahead.
Well, and here, the 4 species, like I said, you got the grays, which are small, kind of hairless beings. And supposedly those ones are relatively passive. And they have these big black eyes. You've seen those show up over again where somebody gets the clip of one or whatever. And they got these Nordics. These are like tall, human-looking entities resembling people from Northern Europe. And then you got reptilians. These are scaly lizard-like creatures that walk upright, often with tails. Now, a lot of people say the reptilians are running a base in Antarctica, and that's why you're not allowed to go there. Is it true? I have no freaking idea. It's above my pay grade. But then there's also these insectoids. They're also known as mantids. And these are like bug-like humanoids that resemble praying mantises. Is this true? Frick, I don't know. But the researchers are saying dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered with 4 different types of alien species on board. 2 arms, 2 leg, long tails, lizards. I mean, Jesse Waters is talking about it, and he usually doesn't miss. So I'm wondering, are we really going to get the details of this sort of thing? And are they going to let us see the pictures of the recovered aliens? I don't know if they were alive. I don't know if they were dead. I believe a lot of this technology has been reverse engineered because we've had some massive leaps in technology that don't make a lot of sense. that technology had to come from somewhere. Let's play the clip.
We are not alone. The Pentagon released the UFO files a few weeks back, and we just found out over 1 billion people have visited the site. 1 billion. It's got to be a record. The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside? Shocking.
Do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth, or is there many, many types?
People who have been involved in recoveries have said
there are at least 4 types, 4 separate types. Now, I have not had direct access to that, but I believe the people who I talked to.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, Insectoids, and Reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Experts speculate the reptilians are scaly with long tails, like a lizard. Insectoids look like a praying mantis. The Greys look like your classic movie alien, and the Nordics look like a regular Swedish guy, but 7 feet tall. We haven't seen the evidence, but Pete Hegseth says more evidence is coming, and there are a lot of believers in Congress.
I have seen evidence in a skiff that leads me to believe there are things we cannot explain, and I have observed things that are of non-human origin and creation. That's my opinion.
Releasing the files isn't easy. They've been hidden for years, and a lot of people want to keep it that way.
The problem we have right now is the deep state's fighting the president on release, and he kept his word, and I suspect some of our not so friendly comrades and some of our alphabet agencies are slow walking a lot of the information. It's about power, it's about control, and that's kind of what runs Washington.
So why is our own government fighting so hard to keep these secret? Well, a dozen scientists have either gone missing or died. Now, we don't know if that's related, but people are scared to talk.
one I thought was going to do an interview, and then a couple days before sent me a message saying, after further consideration and long talks with my wife, I decided I'd be forfeiting my life if I participated in your interview. And I thought that was like very unsettling message to get, obviously, but also very specific word choice, you know, forfeiting my life.
Lance, I got some news that just came out, I got to say.
Oh, let's do it.
All right, in chat, I want answers from the people in the chat. Trump said around 12:30, 1 o'clock today, he's going to be making an announcement who he's going to endorse in the Senate primary race of John Cornyn and Ken Paxton. So, who do you think he's going to choose? I'm going to tell you right now who he's going to choose. And unfortunately, I think he's going to endorse Cornyn. Why? I don't know. I'm for Ken Paxton, but I just had this funny feeling. And if I was Trump, I would tell the Senate leader, Thune, I'd be like, go F yourself. I'm gonna endorse Paxton because you want to put on that bullshit and not get my Save America Act passed. That's what I'd be doing if I was Trump. But Trump, you didn't make your announcement yet. It's not too late. It is now 12:04 p.m. Eastern time. Ken Paxton. The people want Ken Paxton.
Yeah. The advisors on the big...
Cornyn had so many chances and went against you and bullshit. No. Yeah. The people don't want him.
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying.
All right. Well, listen, you guys know the drill. If you love the show, before you leave...
We got 2 Cornyns in the chat. 2 people said Trump's going to pick Cornyn. All right. Yeah, see, they know.
Yeah.
Predictable, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's predictable.
Listen, we've known he's known to watch this show. We've heard it, or he'll have some other people watch the show and give him the highlights. So maybe he'll watch it because, this is what he has to say.
If you're not watching the Big Mig Show, you're missing out on the best news source, believe me. George Balutin and Lance Migliaccio bring the receipts along with truth and sarcasm. Tip of the spear, if liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Yeah, we got that's been fact checked. That's 100% real.
Oh, that's fact checked, all right. Damn fucking Skippy fact checked.
All right. Listen, if you love the show, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, get on our social media, engage with our posts, repost for us, help us grow. We're here for the truth. And at the end of the day, so Lance Migliaccio, G. Ballantine, and the Big Mig Show on X. And you can also follow the Crypto Power Hour. Get over right now. Follow Dr. Michael Schwartz's channel. Follow the Big Mig Show and the Crypto Power Hour. Help us grow on Rumble. We need all the help we can get. You gotta fight to get to the top, and that's what we're doing. We're clawing our way up, man. All right, you guys, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your time because it's the most valuable commodity you have. And thanks for trusting us. So, George, last words, my brother.
All right. You know I don't listen to anybody tells me what I can and cannot say. It's fucking Taco Tuesday. Let's get with it, people. Have a blessed day.
I might have to let it drop. Said, got it through, hella big, had the money back again, get it like
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA. The future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.